friends, they combine together.
Yeah.
Now,
Okay.
now you can move stuff around. So you undo addition and subtraction before multiplication
Subtracting
and
50.
yeah. So go ahead and do
That's
that. I want you to
180.
finish solving this and give me the
Okay.
final value for x.
Got it. Okay. X equals 10.
That's right. And that is the first question it asks for. It says, what is the value of x? We've got that. What's the next question that it asks for?
Then it's the measure of each angle.
So this is where you have to take this x and replace it where? Which equation or equations?
You have to put X. Wait, you have to put it in. I'm kind of confused actually. Can you repeat what you just said?
Well, I'm asking you, like, where do you put this x? Because they want the measure of each angle. We know the sum is 180, but they want the individual angle measures.
Then do you
Where are
mean
those
put
in this
like
problem?
10 into like each X that there is in the problem?
Exactly. Now, what
Yeah.
would have been even better is if we had labeled the picture with this. That represents one of the angles. This represents one of the other angles.
Yeah.
Okay, so could you do that for us, please, for both of them?
Yeah. You just do you add them or like multiply like when you do
Let's
it?
take the first one, 3x plus 10.
Yeah.
What is the math operation between the 3 and the x?
Multiplication.
Okay, so when you substitute that number in, you're still multiplying.
Yeah.
3
Okay.
times 10 plus 10. And sometimes this helps to say it out loud.
So 40, one side is 40.
Okay, and then the other one is locked
It
up in
is,
my
hold on,
screen.
10, 10 times 10, 100. So 140. Okay, so one's
And do
40,
these
one's 140.
and do these add up to 180?
Yes, correct.
Okay. So more important than the algebra is remembering that a linear pair adds up to
180.
180 degrees. You have to have that down. No ifs, ands, or buts. Just have to know that. All
Okay.
right, next problem here, problem B. It's another definition. It says if in complementary angles, it's actually not written correctly. It should say in a complementary angle, a single one angle measures 5x plus 20, and the other angle measures 3 halves x plus 5. What is the value of x? So a picture would really help. I'm going to draw a picture here of this. What does this symbol mean? This box down here?
90 degrees.
90 degrees. So the two angles add up to 90 degrees. We'll call this one 5x plus 20 degrees. Call this other one 3 halves x plus 5 degrees. You just said it, but what are these congruent or do they add up to something?
They add up to something.
And they add up to 90.
Yes, correct.
So write the equation where you show that they add up to 90. Okay, so get that down on your paper, please.
Okay. Okay, I got it down.
Right, so one of the things you should notice right away is, boy, there's that awful, awful fraction.
Yeah.
Okay, and because in the previous problem, we just started combining like terms, and we can combine 20 and 5, but the 5x and the 3x, not so easy to combine. So what I
No,
would recommend doing here is multiplying everything by
2.
2.
Uh,
Okay, and I think we had some issues with this the other night, but you're multiplying everything,
yeah,
everything with
I get
5x,
that now.
okay, and then also by the 90. Um, so I'm mostly interested in how you multiply the whole number by the fraction.
You even multiply it like 92.
Yes, everything.
Okay. And you just add 90 into the equation because it's 90 degrees on the angle measure. Right.
Yes, this is the complementary.
Cool. Okay, it'd be 10x plus 40 plus 216/2 plus 3x plus 10 equals 180. Is that correct?
Sorry, I was mostly was interested in this. What is this middle one here? What
I
what do
got
you
3 for the final.
3x? Yeah, so you got 10x plus 40 plus
40.
3x plus 10 equals 180. Okay.
Yeah.
Now this is just like the previous problem where you need to combine like terms, like 40 and 10, 10 and 3. So
Yeah.
go ahead and work this out, please.
Okay. 10 and 3, 13x plus 40, 50 equals 180. Okay, so I have 13x plus 50 equals 180.
13x plus 50 is 180. Yeah, keep going. Just
Okay.
solve this one all the way through.
Yeah.
Should look really similar to the last one that you solved.
Minus 50 plus 50. 130. Yeah, what? Yeah, it's like the same.
Well, your instructor's not very creative. That's the answer. So
So yeah, x equals 10.
x equals 10. Good. Now, that is the first part. What's the value of x? What is the second question that it's asking for?
What are the measures of the angles?
So what you have to be careful of on a test is that you answer all the questions, right? Your teachers always put multiple questions in there, and you might think you're done, but you're not. You have to take this 10 and put it back into both, just like we did in the previous problem. So will you do that for us, please?
Yeah, I got you. Okay. Five, 10, 50. So one of the angles would be 70, the left one, the 5x, or
Yeah,
is that a minus 20
it's a
or
plus.
120?
So what that
Oh,
means without doing the calculation is that the other one should be 20 degrees. And
yes.
and you want to have that kind of in mind. You're like, all right, I know it's supposed to be that, so hopefully I get that when I
Yeah,
work it out.
yeah. Makes sense. Oh, are you wanting me to solve it or?
Well, I want you to make sure, you don't want to walk out of the test and be like, well, I mean, I think it worked. Like, because let's just say you
Yeah.
did this first one wrong. You still want to check and see that
Yeah.
this one's
No,
20.
yeah. Okay, here, I'll do that really quick. Do you just multiply it like by 2 again to get the fractions out?
Nope, nope. It's times 10 plus 5. 10 is really 10 over 1.
Yeah.
So you multiply the tops and then multiply the bottoms.
So 30 halves plus 5. So that'd be 30. It would be 30 halves, right?
And what
Not
is
like two
30
final
divided by
answers.
2? What does that reduce to?
30 divided by 2 is 10.
Try again.
Oh, 15, sorry.
And what is 15 plus 5?
20. So yeah,
20.
20.
So what you're doing is you're like verifying your answers right. Like there is a day coming where you will walk out of a test or quiz and know you've got all the right answers because you verified them
Yeah.
and you're
On
like,
my
yeah,
last quiz, I actually did pretty solid on because I
great.
learned how to do it the way you taught me, and then I learned how to do it like the way my class was. So I double checked on both of them, and I ended
Excellent.
up with 3. So
I like that.
yeah.
Cool. All right. Whatever it takes, that's the game here. So number C here, letter C, it says if two angles are vertical angles. So what do you know about vertical angles?
That they're just like the X. I mean, I don't know how to explain it. Like they're yeah, like that.
Sure. Now, what we're looking for is they're either congruent or they add up to something.
They're congruent, yeah.
They're congruent. That's what I was really looking for.
Yeah, they're
But yeah,
congruent.
they are an X. That's good. So they're congruent. So you set the two equations equal to each other, the two
Yeah.
expressions equal to each other. This one also has fractions, but it's not as simple this time as, hey, we'll just multiply by 2. You want to pick what's called the least common multiple of 2 and 3.
Okay.
Now, to keep it simple, you can always just multiply the two numbers together. That's not the least common multiple, but that will work.
All right.
All right, now what you do from this point is to multiply everything by the 6. And what does everything mean in this case?
Everything.
Everything. Okay, so give that a try. Um, be careful with those fractions. They're the
Yeah.
tough ones.
Okay, I got 3x plus 36, or yeah, 36 equals
Good.
4x plus 18.
Okay, that's really good. This one is solved a little bit differently than the other ones. You have to decide which way to move the X. Your dad was asking about this the other day. You always move the smaller to the larger.
All right.
So give this a try, please.
I would start, I wouldn't combine like terms, right? Because there's like no like terms.
That's the answer. There are no like terms on either
Yeah.
side, so now you have to move stuff
So
around.
I'd subtract 3x, right, from 4x.
Yes, yes.
And then I'd get 36 equals 1x plus 18.
Good.
And I'd subtract 18, right?
Yep, yeah, that's right.
And 36, and that is 36 minus 18. 18.
Yep, yep. So X is 18. Good.
Yeah.
Now that's probably just the first thing it asks for. What is the value of X? Now you have to go back and find the measure of each angle.
Yeah. Okay.
So you got to put X back into both of these.
And I put 18 back into all the x's.
Exactly, exactly. Yeah. Now, because they're vertical, you don't have to do it in both because they're both the same.
Which one do I know to put it in? Either one or?
Either one, whichever one you like better.
Alright. 1/2 times 18. Two. And then do I just solve it from after that?
You're not solving. You're just putting it back into one of them. One of them.
Oh, so I just got, I put 18 for the 1/2,
Okay.
and then the final answer was 9x.
Well, no, it can't be that because you're putting it in
Oh.
for X.
Wait, what do you mean?
All right, let me grab this. You're putting the value in for X, aren't you?
Yeah, I am.
Okay, so there's no longer a number. There's no longer a variable, there's a number
Oh, so it's just 9 then.
plus
Or
6.
yeah, 9 plus 6.
What does that equal?
Uh 15.
Okay, now if you wanted to, if you wanted to walk out of the quiz and make sure you knew that you were 100% correct, you would maybe put it in the other one to see if you got the same answer.
Okay, yeah, I'll do that. And they're always gonna be the same answer too.
They should be. That's the check because they're
Okay.
vertical angles.
Yeah,
They're congruent,
yeah,
right? If
yeah.
if they're if they're complementary, they may not be the same angle. They just add up to 90.
Correct. Okay. 18 to each. So that, wait, that wasn't right then? Or am I doing that wrong on the other side?
Put 18 in for X,
Yeah,
and then because they're vertical angles, these should be the same result.
yeah, okay.
So
And
is it?
it's
Is it
18 over 1, and then you do multiply.
exactly? Yes.
So 2 times 18, 36,
Over 3.
which is uh 36 over 3, 12 plus 3, 15. Okay. Got it.
Okay. Let me quickly find some other questions for us to do. They're more like this rather than doing that proof. That might take away from our ability to do this. All right, let me grab. Come on. All right, I think these are it. Yes. All right. All right, so I'm going to just tell you that these two angles are supplementary so that there's no like wondering what they are. So these two angles are supplementary. What does that mean that they add up to?
That means they add up to 180.
So we have 7y plus 56 plus 3y plus 44 equals 180.
Yeah.
Okay, tell me what to do to solve this. I'm going to do the steps. You tell me though what to do to solve it.
Okay. First you combine, or you wouldn't combine because there's no like terms, right?
These
Or
look like to me.
yeah, those are like, okay. Not the 56 and 44 though, right?
They're like terms as well.
How do you know they're like terms? If they're just
They're on
even
the
and
same
odd
side. They're
numbers?
on the same side of the equation.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so you add those together then. And then you start off with subtracting 100 from 180.
Okay, good.
And then you have 10y equals uh 80. And then you divide 10,
Good.
which is 8.
Okay, so now that's what we would do if we are solving for y,
Yeah.
which we are. We're probably solving for y. What's the next thing to do? Usually, in all the problems we've done.
Then you got to find out each angle.
Yeah. Now these are not congruent,
Oh,
so you
they're
have to do
not?
it in both. Well, they're supplementary.
Okay.
Supplementary means congruent?
Yeah, no,
No.
doesn't.
So you gotta do it for both.
Yeah. Okay, so then you have, you want me to keep telling you what to do? Or-
Yeah.
Okay, so 7 times 8 plus 56,
Good. 7 times 8 is 56.
56.
Gives you 112.
And then
Now,
you
the
have to,
other one should be 68. Okay.
okay,
Let's just see, let's actually do it. 3 times 8 plus 44. That's 24 plus 44. Is that 68?
yes,
Yes, it's because they've got to add up to
yeah,
180. Okay, so linear pair, complementary, supplementary. These all add up to something, right? 180, 90, 180.
yeah.
Vertical are congruent.
Um, they're congruent.
You have to know this between now and your quiz, right? That's the only way you're going to do well.
Yeah,
All right, we are going to stop there for tonight.